There was a lot going on. There was a lot happening here this morning. You may have felt the disturbance in the force or heard the buzz around the internet after last night's live stream. Some big announcements were made and some things revealed, and there's just, like I said, a lot going on. Some of the things going on this morning so far, the roadside stand this past week has picked up in sales after a fairly slow, maybe last month or so. I don't know, I think the heat has just kept people from wanting to sit outside around their fire pits and burn some wood. But now that temperatures are cooling off, like I said, this past week, sales have picked up. So this morning, one of the first things I had to do was go on up and fill up the roadside stand. Not completely, just 2 bins. But again, it's been slow for a while, so it was good to finally see some wood starting to move. And then after I had that completed, I came back here into the wood yard. One of the things now, the days are starting to get shorter. It's getting to where you be where, in the afternoon, you might need a little extra light back here. I had 2 lights that I always had back here when I had just this little shelter that I was splitting in. And I'm not sure, I'm thinking I'm gonna have to get some different ones or do something a little bit different. But I wanted to just put these up just because I had them, and before I go and buy anything that I might not need, I wanted to put the lights up, hang them up and see how they would work. Obviously I won't be able to do that right now because it's still light out. So this evening I think I might come back here, and I have that power pack that I will run the lights off of. The only thing I don't know is, I'm not sure if every time I unplug them and plug them back in, if I have to then pull the cords to turn them on. I'm not sure about that yet, so that's another thing. I want to see how these work, and then eventually probably put up some different lights back here once we get closer to fall and winter. So then after I had the lights up, one of the things I did, I was informed of after my video maybe a week or so ago with the Yappa and the infeed, not pulling the logs in all the time. So isn't that I loosened up the spring on the plate that holds the logs down, but that actually was not the issue. The issue was that the belt needed to be tightened up. So I tightened up the belt on the Yappa. We're gonna try that maybe tomorrow, maybe later today. I gotta see, I've got stuff going on. So I'm not sure if I'm gonna get a chance to run that and test it out to see if tightening up the belt here, if that is helping pull the logs in better. After that, one of the things I get asked quite a bit about is all of the chaff and all of the slash that comes off the box wedge. And I've been wanting to figure something out as far as being able to clean that up easily. So all the stuff that was down there, I cleaned it all up, got it removed. And then I had a, I guess what it's called, it's like a painter's cloth or a painter's tarp. It's not really a tarp, it's just like a canvas, a heavier canvas. So I had that, and I thought I would put that underneath the splitter, underneath the Easton Made 37D, and then whenever the slash and the chaff gets built up, I can just take that tarp, grab a couple corners, pull it out, and dispose of or burn that slash. So I'm going to try that and see how it goes. I think it should work out well. We'll find out. And then last, I just had a bunch of these, I still have a big chunk right there and that big chunk to deal with. Just had a bunch of browns back here. I got a few of them staged over there for the box wedge, and then there were a few that were not very pretty. Again, this is all going to be future boiler wood for myself. But you can see like that crotch there, this piece is knotty. That piece, that would not, that's just, yeah, not gonna split very nice. And then like this piece right here, some people might think, well, why don't you, even though it's like a double barrel and part of a crotch, why wouldn't you send like this bottom section through the box wedge. But right there, there is a big knot going through the center of this piece. So it'll just, instead of getting maybe one pass on the box wedge and then having to take this over to the single wedge or the four-way on the Wolf Ridge, I'm just going to put it over here, stage all of this ugly stuff over here, and then what I'm thinking I'll eventually do is when I have Amanda back here, I'll split these. She can take them off the end of the splitter, and we'll have the 37D running, and we can send them up the conveyor just to get them out of the way. So some of the buzz, some of the news that came out of last night's live stream. If you're not, take a seat, sit down and prepare as I tell you about this. I have released something new, something different, something I've kind of always wanted to do. I have released the Series 1 Back 40 Firewood trading cards. That is correct. There are 40 cards in the set. There's 9 cards in each pack. You can go over to back40firewood.com, get yourself some. They are limited in quantities, so it is a limited edition, the Series 1. There have been some flying out of here. They're hot, they're a hot item. So get yours now while you can before they're sold out, because what I'm going to be doing with anyone who is a Series 1 card holder, I'm going to be doing some fun and exciting things coming up in the future. I'm not going to tell you what they are now. I'm going to wait, because if I tell you what they are now, then everyone's just going to go get these cards, and that wouldn't really be fair. I just want to let, there's something coming. Just put it that way. The other thing that's coming is this fall, in a few months, I get asked quite a bit if people can stop over here and run either the Yappa, the Easton Made, or the Wolf Ridge. They want to see it in action. They don't get a chance to go to like some of the shows in Boonville or in Bunyan. If you live in Wisconsin, central Wisconsin, or Minnesota, or just like the general area around central Wisconsin, this fall, October 28th, we are going to be having a little get-together to split a whole bunch of wood. It's going to be up in Cadott, Wisconsin. It's going to be at Rick's Wood Yard. Rick is my urban logger. He owns the tree service company that brings me all of my wood. But we are going to be going up there. We're going to be getting together with whoever wants to show up. If you do plan on showing up, come prepared to work, because yes, you will have a chance to run the Yappa 365 Plus Pro, the Easton Made 37D with the attached conveyor. Rick has a Wolf Ridge 35 SHO. There may be a couple other splitters that are going to be there. What I have also over on back40firewood.com is I have a registration form to fill out. What that's going to do is it's kind of like an RSVP, just to give us an idea of who all's coming, how many people are coming. If you're bringing a chainsaw, if you're bringing a splitter, if you're bringing something that would help throughout the day get all this wood split up, there's a place to tell us that. So if you are in the west central to central Wisconsin area, and you maybe want to get together for an afternoon or a day of splitting firewood, hanging out with a bunch of woodhounds, getting to meet some of the other YouTube channels that might be there, getting a chance to meet me, bring your Back 40 Series 1 trading cards and I can autograph them. If you ever wanted to do that, or see these machines up close, in person, in action, and even run them, mark your calendars now, set that date aside, and as we get closer to it, I'll be making more announcements about it. But I just wanted to get that out there, so I know people schedules tend to fill up quick, and we have, in just a few weeks, we'll be down in Ohio for the Paul Bunyan show, and then a few weeks after that, we will be up at Rick's Wood Yard. For those of you that are familiar with Cadott, Wisconsin, some of the big things that happen there each year. In June, they have Country Fest, a huge outdoor music festival, country music. A month later, they have Rockfest, a huge music festival for rock music. So now, this October, we are going to have Firewood Fest in Cadott, Wisconsin. So there it is. Those are the updates. If you weren't on the live stream last night, or on Friday night, which was last night, but you'll be watching this Sunday. If you weren't on the live stream, that's the buzz. That's what's going on. Lots of stuff happening. And so now I have to go. Speaking of stuff happening, I have some other stuff I need to do. And then maybe later this evening, I'll come back here and test these lights. Or this afternoon, get some of this other wood split up. Or maybe I'll have to wait until tomorrow. But don't wait. Go on over to back40firewood.com. Check out, if you didn't see the shirts, there's new shirts available. I'm a Simple Man shirt is available. There's now the Back 40 Firewood Series 1 trading cards available over online. And also there's going to be that form to fill out and let us know if you have any interest in coming up for a day of making firewood at Firewood Fest 2023, October 28th, Saturday, October 28th. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time. Stay safe, have fun, and be cool.